We're just going to apply the stage 1 cutting compound by 3D. Yeah, the rear of the car is probably one of the most difficult parts of the car to machine polish. You've got to keep a steady speed, a steady hand, keep away from all the badges. Don't have the machine polisher spinning for too long on the plastic light lenses and plastic bumper, otherwise you'll damage those. And you've got to get into all the little nuts and crannies where the number plate sits. So yeah, just go steady. I'll just bring the ramp down a touch, just so it's at a better working height, make the job a bit easier. Yeah, always keep the machine polisher moving, especially on the plastic parts of the car. We don't want to burn through. We're just going to swap the head on the buffer. Obviously, we've been using the stage 1 cutting compound with the previous head. So now we're going to use the stage 2 finishing polish. Even on awkward panels, try and make sure that you keep the machine polisher buffing head flat against the panel. Don't use it on an angle, otherwise it could pull you across the panel and burn through the paint or damage another component on the car. Just a quick buff off and then on to the next stage. We're now going to apply the Menzerna 3-in-1. The 3-in-1 product we're using now helps clean all the panel up and get rid of all the excess compound and polish that we've previously used. It also gives the panel a really nice glossy shine and a wax protection. A quick buff off and then we're on to the next little job. We're just about to fit a new rear number plate to this Jaguar S-Type. Notice it's the proper oversized plate which it should have on. We're attaching it to the car using 3M double-sided sticky pads. It looks really smart. Just a little close-up to show you the products that we've just been using. I'm not quite happy with the finish I've achieved at this point, so I'm going back over the panel with the 3D Stage 2 finishing polish. This has a slight bit of cut and it also takes the holograms out of the paint finish. After having a quick look, I think we're going to go over the boot lid with the stage 2 finishing polish just one last time. Just going to try using a little bit more pressure now. Yeah, we're getting exactly the finish that we want now. We're getting there. After we finish machine polishing the rear of the car, we use 2 different types of hand wax products made by a company called Mcguire's. Brilliant products they are, but we'll show you those later on in the video. Yeah, it's looking really good now. We've just got to replicate this finish on the rest of the car. So a few more hours in front of us yet. Right, the last little job, just to finish it off, we've got to clean these tailpipes up. Right, I just thought I'd take you through the products that we'd use today. We've finished the back end of the car now, this Jaguar S-Type. We machine polished the boot lid, the tops of the rear wings, the light clusters, the rear bumper. We've fitted a new number plate. We've also cleaned the rear tailpipes up and cleaned the rear glass screen on the car. So we've got a lot of work to do on this car, further work, but that'll be for another day. But just to run through the products that we've used to do what we've done today and achieve what we've achieved is the first step that we use twice with the machine polisher is the cutting compound. Now that's made by a company called 3D. It's made in America. It's the step one of the two-stage polishing technology. Now it's body shop safe, no silicons in it. It cuts finer than P1000 sandpaper would. Helps get rid of all the fine scratches in the paintwork and all the grime out of it. It's low dust and low splatter, so you don't get a lot of mess all over the car. You always get a little bit, but you know, trust me, this is very, very low dust and low mess compared to some other products. It states it's easy cleanup, so that's what it is. The next stage was step two, again made by 3D. It helps reduce holograms in the paint from heat caused by heat from the machine polisher. It's a brilliant finish. It's got no fillers, no silicone, and again, it's easy to clean up. Now that product, step two, is really easy to sort of wipe off the car. Now the step three, which, you know, we didn't have to use, but we know it works well, is the one-step polish. It's got, again, a little bit of cut in it. It's a gloss and a wax, and that just helps clean the panel up a bit. Now, that stuff is a bit more difficult to get off, so you're probably better off trying to get that off when it's slightly damp. Obviously, P800 sandpaper there, that's what we use to clean the tailpipes up. Moving on to this side, after we use the 3-in-1, the third step with the machine polisher, put the machine polisher down then, and then we gave everything a really, really good coat with Mcguire's Deep Crystal Carnauba Wax. And that's their step three. And that goes on and comes off like lightning. Brilliant stuff it is. And that starts to add the gloss to the paint that we're looking to achieve. Now, we clean the glass up with Autoglim's Fast Glass. It works really, really well. We've tried loads of different products and that works really well. It goes on and comes off brilliantly, doesn't leave smears. It gets grime off the inside of the glass. Brilliant stuff it is. So that's our regular glass cleaner. Now, on top of the stage 3 Carnauba Wax by Mcguire's, we used Mcguire's Tech Wax. And this is the first time we've used that stuff. Again, you know, we didn't know what to expect, but it turns out that it's absolutely brilliant stuff. It's a hard wax. It's supposed to give you the perfect show car shine. It goes on really easy and it comes off really easy. Apparently, after you've used it, there's relentless water beading after you've washed the car. We don't know that yet because we haven't had any water on the car since we put it on. But what I can tell you is, it is the business, and we will continue to use that from this point moving forward. Of course, we've got the Autosol metal polish. So after we've sanded all the sort of grime, tar, debris, everything off the tailpipes, we polish them up with the metal polish made by Autosol. Old Faithful, really. We use it all the time. We buy tubes and tubes and tubes of that. It's brilliant stuff. And of course, we use the cloths, as you can see there as well. We buy hundreds of those, and we do wash them and reuse them again. Now, just to go through the prices, this stuff's not cheap. Your 3D cutting polish and finishing polish, they're 30 quid a piece, and you get a litre. The one-step polish, which is 3-in-1, again, that's about 30 quid. You're only into a couple of pence for these pieces of sandpaper. The metal polish made by Autosol is always about a £5. And the carnauba wax there was about 17 quid, made by Mcguire's. And the fast glass is about £8. And the Mcguire's Tech Wax, I think that was around about 30 quid. So a fair few quid's worth of products there. Not all the products that we use, like I say, and we don't get paid for sponsor. We're not sponsored by any of these companies. I just thought I would show you what we use. I mean, it's okay watching me do the job, but if you wanted to try to have a go at replicating what we do down here at the Malton Motor Company, you'd have a job if you didn't know what we use. So on this occasion, with this car's paint, as it wasn't that bad really, these are the products that we use. We will do a follow-up video in the future of maybe a car that's quite bad, and we can show you what products we use then. I think the finishing products we'd continue to use on all cars, but it all depends on what, like I say, what the condition of the paint's like in regards to what we use with the machine polisher. But I hope you found this video useful. Any questions, please put those in the comments. And if you could like, share and subscribe, we'd be ever so grateful. We are putting a lot of effort into these little videos to try and help people. Obviously, this is what we do on a day-to-day basis. But obviously, I appreciate enthusiasts out there, will want to do, the same thing to their own cars. So I hope you find it useful. Thanks very much for watching, and we'll see you next time.